Here's Williams on 1st and 10. He's going to air this one out. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Terrell Smith. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, what I'm seeing play out there right now, Mike, is just a frustrated offense playing on tilt. And on the other side of the ball, I'm seeing a defense that's happily taking advantage of these decisions. I mean, how else do you explain 3 consecutive drives that result in a pick? I mean, each mistake just feeds the next. It feeds frustration. And all at the same time, it's leading to questionable throws and easy picks.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it'll bring up 2nd down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Panther 1st down. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. Oh, he coughs up the football. And they would get another chance. They cover it up after very nearly squandering a great scoring opportunity. So now then, 1st and goal from the 1. Back to the ground after the penalty. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards. From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. They'll motion over Flowers. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And he's going to go backwards. Taken down at the 6.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
On 3rd and goal, they'll run for it. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. Tucker's extra point, up and good. And the Panthers are going to extend their lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw, it's Williams. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss. Williams to throw on second down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on first down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on second. And now they find themselves in a critical third down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. 3rd and long. Here's Williams. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. On comes the punter now, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. Oh, he shanked it. Headed straight for the sideline. So we are at halftime here in the Super Bowl. And for the final time this year, we send it to Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. 2 quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. That one over the back line of the end zone. The touchback means the drive will start at the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and good for the first down. Now a give up the middle, and he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Richardson. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the first down.
Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. The spot is at their own 49, making this a 61-yard attempt. That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. That's into the hands of Tyquan Thornton. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and good for the first down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
To the left side, into the hands of Franklin. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
You know, Mike, the one thing that we used to say is it didn't matter how good you were or how long you played. Eventually, you were just going to have one of those days, and I think for this quarterback, he's got to be able to move on from this pretty quickly because this is about as bad a day in the office as you can imagine.
His drive will start on the ground. 13 yards to start that drop, and a quick first down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with his back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
2nd and 11. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. They put Wilson in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. And that is incomplete.
Might be wise for this quarterback to try somebody else in coverage here, Mike. This guy's known for being a savvy playmaker once the ball's in the air, and he showed why by swatting that ball away, and he's going to pick up a PBU on the stat sheet.
Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This officially a 58-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Panthers will extend their third quarter lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Williams now to throw. And that is incomplete. Bijan Robinson, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it'll bring up second down.
Do you ever think we'd see a day, Mike, where we just expect wide open running backs downfield to complete these passes at a high percentage? But that's where we are. These backs out of the backfield are such good receiving options. When you've got a guy that open downfield, you've got to connect.
Throwing on second down, Williams. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a third down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
He'll take this in back at the 16. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. He finds Bell. That's caught. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Richardson. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
No motion over Flowers. He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage, yes as well. Bell is the man in motion. On 2nd down, Richardson. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing, Richardson. Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. And the Raiders are going to take over here at their own 22.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll go play action here with Williams. That is brought in. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
I love this play call, Mike. You see it so often. They say after sudden change, take a shot. Now, if you're the defensive side of the ball, you have to be prepared. You know that's what NFL offenses love to do. In this case, they either weren't ready for it or they were unable to stop it. But either way, big pickup here right out of the gate to get this drive started.